An interesting proposition in the world of purpose, especially in seeking purpose, is this. People would not want to seek purpose thinking that maybe I'll do the wrong thing with my life, and so they stay back from seeking purpose intentionally, maybe waiting that God will reveal that purpose to them, that if they know that purpose of themselves out of their own seeking intentionally, probably it might be wrong. And the paradox is this, that for the rest of their lives, they have no idea what they are doing. They would rather do what they are doing than seek for purpose, because they are afraid that if they seek it alone without God, then they will do the wrong thing. Pray tell me, is the thing that you're doing without having purpose the right thing? In other words, you could as well go ahead and intentionally seek to know your purpose and just move along with it. And I want us to continue answering this question, must I be intentional about seeking my purpose? Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Life Signatures podcast with Lawrence Namale. Lawrence is a life coach, author, and keynote speaker who loves to tackle different topics on purpose, productivity, and resilience. His mission in life is to awaken all your boundless possibilities available in you. Life Signatures podcast is dedicated to bring to reality every single person who knows that deep down in their gut, there's got to be more to life than this. And now, here is your host, Lawrence Namale.
So there are quite a number of people out there in this world, human beings who have no purpose or who have no inclination of what their purpose in life is. And there could be just probably one major reason as to why that is the case. And the reason is they never sought to know what it is. Because for the moment, if you seek to know anything in this world, anything, I kid you not, the idea is that it doesn't matter how long it's going to take, but a seeker, for the most part, depending on their hunger, depending on their consistency, for the most part, a seeker will always find something that they were seeking. As a collective human race, we've always found answers to pending questions. We've invented flight, we've invented penicillin, we've invented sliced bread, we've invented the internet. We've always found answers to questions that bedeviled us. Probably we are being bedeviled by HIV, AIDS, and so on. And there are some answers that have been found as far as that is concerned. The other day, COVID-19 came. There are some answers that we are getting. Of course, it's muddled with politics in there, conspiracies in there, religion in there, all those things happening, but there are some answers as far as that is concerned. And the same thing I'll say it as concerns our purpose. As long as it is a question that we are willing and we are intending to find an answer to that particular question, guess what? The answer is going to come. Yesterday I told you the answer that a dentist found 150 years, I believe, after Napoleon Bonaparte was murdered. When he died, people thought that he just died and because of, pre-existing conditions of cancer. But then he doubted, this doctor started doubting. He was actually, mesmerized by Napoleon Bonaparte, and he wanted to find out how did he die. And so that was 150 years later on, and he found out that he was actually poisoned 40 times over a long period of time. What am I rambling about? I'm rambling about the fact that answers will always be there when we ask the question. And so the question is, should I seek purpose or should I wait for God to reveal it to me? The answer is you should seek purpose, because there is an answer to that question. How many guys have sat back and waited for God to reveal to them their purpose, and God has not revealed to them their purpose yet? Maybe ever. How many guys have actually died and gone to the grave and into the afterworld without knowing what their purpose in this life is? How many? How many have acquired things in the face of the earth, and they have been pleased by whatever they have been able to acquire and so on, and they still feel there's something missing, I'm a bit empty here? How many? They're quite a number. The point I'm making here, I'm going to buttress it with this point. Even as I'm telling you that you're supposed to seek your purpose, we're going to consider this thing. We're going to consider this question: is God in control? This is a very important question for us to answer. Is God in control? When we see people jumping off of a plane in Afghanistan because they wanted to go to America, and they fall onto the tarmac to their death, is God in control? When we see ISIS and all these Islamic fundamentalists killing people live on television or whatever it is, on a screen, on video, slicing people's throats and pronouncing them dead and putting their heads on their chests, is God in control? When you hear about a man who comes into a vicinity where there are a lot of people and opens fire and kills people indiscriminately, when you hear of suicide bombers, people who are bringing people down and killing people down because of bombs and so on, when you hear of wars, people fighting one another, when you hear of corruption, when you hear of someone, is God in control in the midst of all these things? That is the question that you and I need to consider. And I know it's a very big topic and so on, but I'm posing that question to answer you when I'm asking you, should I seek purpose or should I wait for God to tell me what it is? If God is in control of everything that happens on the face of the earth, then I think he has a mess on his hands. We have people beheading others on live webcasts. We have women being raped and trafficked for slavery, sex slavery, and God is in control. We have people dying in excruciating pain of disease, cancers, leukemias. People wasting away slowly with some disease that doesn't even have a name. COVID killing people, 400,000 people in 2 years. We have famine, we have drought, we have hurricanes and tornadoes and tsunamis. Is God in control? Is God in control? See, I do believe with all of my heart, the strength of my heart believes this, that God gave control the human, that we are in charge of whatever is happening. Overall, generally, at the end of the day, God is in control. But when it comes to the affairs of my house, God doesn't go out there to work and bring in the bacon and feed. God doesn't pay my rent. And I know that sounds so scandalous to some people who say, God is your ultimate provider. Yeah, I know about that. But if I don't work, will God provide? Let me just ask you that. If I don't go out there to work, will God provide? If I don't shave my hair, is God going to shave my hair? Is God going to micromanage stuff here on the face of the earth because he's in control? No, he doesn't. The same thing includes your purpose seeking. He is not in charge of that. Yes, he designed your purpose. Yes, he is designed and dictated how your life is supposed to be, and actually equipped you and filled you and given you a calling and given you some wisdom and given you some passion for it. But he's not going to force it down your throat. He's not going to micromanage you into finding what your purpose is. In other words, you are in charge of knowing what is my purpose. It is you, not God, who is in charge. So the question is, should you seek? Yes, you should. God gave man, if you believe the story in Genesis, he said, let them. The word let them it means that I am passing on the authority to them. Let them have dominion. Let them be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth and subdue it and have dominion on it. That is him saying, I'm giving you authority, I'm putting you in charge. You are the manager. Take care of stuff. So all along, if you're sitting back and waiting for God to come with a trumpet or whatever it is that you want to be spectacular so that He can tell you, listen my son, listen my daughter, this is your vision, this is your purpose, this is why I created you, you're going to be waiting for quite a long time. The ball is not in His hands. It's not in His court. It is in your court. It is in my court. It is up to us to stand up, to go out, to seek and to find our purpose. So on this equation, think again. Probably you might be thinking God is in control. He isn't. He's waiting on you. Tomorrow we'll continue discussing these things. But until then, bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Life Signatures Radio. If you enjoyed today's show, subscribe to Life Signatures Radio on iTunes, Stitcher, or visit our website at lifesignatures.libsyn.com. Life Signatures Radio, fresh, clean, and inspiring.